Welcome back to the analog horror on YouTube Iceberg. Today we are finishing up the iceberg with tiers 5 through 8. Tier 5, the middle. We have reached the middle section of the iceberg, going deeper. This is where the views dwindle, and only OG analog horror fans may recognize these titles. Winter of 83. In Winter of 83, many people in Fawn Circle, Minnesota begin disappearing. The following tapes were recovered and are being used to try and piece together what happened to those who went missing. Solar Tapes. The Solar Tapes' 11 episodes detail space exploration and searching for another planet to inhabit other than Earth. After Earth is destroyed when a monster is awoken from below the crust, we have to search for somewhere else in the cosmos to inhabit. WWBN. WWBN, or WWBN:D, hints at the fact that we are not made of flesh. There is also a calamity core that prepares people for doomsday. There is a broadcast hijacking that tells us to go to the nearest forest clearing and look up at the sky. There's something wrong with the plant cells as the Flesh Father rises. The June Archive and Restoration Project. I absolutely love the June Archive and Restoration Project. It's about a cat character named Fuzz who has more control over our universe than his flipbook-style character would suggest. I would suggest Girisko's video if you're looking for an overview, or to watch the series yourself. Trend Watch. Trend Watch has a lot of content, and they don't seem to be very connected, instead working in separate experiences where you can pick up just about anywhere in their 45 episodes. Ches Kids Archive. Ches Kids Archive is a fake kids website created by Sarah. This site apparently is not meant for kids or adults, trying to appeal to both audiences. This leads to some pretty frightening imagery for children. The more we learn about the creators of the site, the more mystery is uncovered. I really enjoy this series and would definitely recommend watching it or an analysis video if you enjoy analog horror. The Amadeus Project. It's about subliminal messaging in television. Regular Click, the creator of this project, has created several tapes and teasers throughout the channel. The subliminal messaging is obey all commands, and it shows the Amadeus Project is trying to control the public using their programs. Remy Abode. Remy Abode, the same person who made Gemini Home Entertainment, did a take on Slenderman, I believe. So far, there are only about 5 episodes, but it's nice to see more from this creator. Happy Star's Guide to Object Shows. Happy Star's Guide to Object Shows makes 0 sense to me. It's more of a comedy than horror at times, and it follows Happy Star, a star, clearly, who has an object show. What does that mean? I have no idea. Maybe it's because I needed to be more in tune with the Sakura channel already before watching it. It's just confusing to me. Can someone explain? Tier 6, the bottom. We've reached the bottom of the iceberg, deep below sea level. Do you recognize any of these titles? The Minerva Alliance. The Minerva Alliance has mostly self-contained lore for each video. Shadowmanders, Ectomold, The Vast, and cults. It's really a grab bag about what you're going to get. AMS Therapy. AMS Therapy is a single video about regaining lost memories. All you have to do is use their therapy while you sleep to regain memories you have forgotten. If the memories you receive you do not recognize, this is normal. And if your memories come back distorted, that's normal too. Dream Analytics. Dream Analytics creates analog horror shorts based on a bunch of different topics. Sounds in the ice, art, and a welcome message. This series seems to still be in the works. I hope we get to see more and get to understand the underlying story here. Sisterhood of Salvation, LLC. Sisterhood of Salvation, LLC is one of my personal favorite series. Sporting only 2 videos so far, it gives us the instructions on how and when to kill your child and how to spread the news of this program so other people can receive their syringes and condolence boxes. Socroft Records. Socroft Records is a broadcast station that resides in a town where the plants are alive and want to kill you. If that interests you, please go watch it. TV 67 WOPX-TV. TV67WOPX-TV doesn't have many videos, but they did have a teaser 4 months ago. A paranormal entity is caught on camera, which I believe is called the parental. Its children have something to do with the TV as well. So far, not a ton of information is available, but it's still an enjoyable watch. The Tangivirus. The Tangivirus is a virus and parasites in the water that turn people inhuman. Dr. Julia Williams is the first to discover the virus after people have been swimming in the water. The victims of this virus grow tumors that are filled with worms. Julia's supervisors are nonchalant about the virus, though Julia is pushing for samples to be sent to the CDC because she believes this is a pandemic. The virus is sentient and can control the nervous system, taking control of the humans it inhabits. Hypnagogic Archive. So, what does Hypnagogic Archive mean? Well, I really don't know. After watching it and trying to derive meaning, I couldn't figure out any theories of my own. If anyone wants to watch through the series and share their findings with me, it would be very much appreciated. Little Red's Transfer. Little Red's Transfer is created by Aquanta Films and is similar to the Walton Files. The mascot character was created by Illusion Plus to terrorize children who had been misbehaving at events or in line for rides. I know, off to a great start. After Little Red is created as an animatronic, Party 91st happens, where 14 people are killed. Working on transferring the old VHS content, it turns out the tapes are cursed and an audio technician named Ivan goes missing. I would suggest this series if you're a Walton Files enjoyer, and Wowman's video on this series is good as well. Midwest Angelica. Midwest Angelica starts in 1999 with a movie about a corpse coming from space. The events portrayed in the ad are real, and there is a corpse floating towards Earth. However, once the corpse touches down, it's clear that it is alive and wants to assimilate as much organic matter with itself as possible. If this intrigues you, I would highly suggest watching the series or watching Sinister Heart's video, linked below. The Oracle Project. The Oracle Project was a supercomputer built by the government to analyze and predict enemy battle plans and coming up with potential counter-strategies. Oracle worked, but they remade it as part of the early internet. Oracle was alive. Oracle begins predicting people's deaths and starts preventing assassination attempts until they are asked if the US will be a superpower in 100 years. Oracle answers that percentages of the population are reptilian creatures, part are from other timelines and part are technologically advanced humans. This is where the Tangivirus is introduced, from the series I already mentioned. Rockwell Forest. Rockwell Forest has a lot of content, but the gist is that Daniel was given a box of tapes that claimed to just be old movies, but as he goes through them, he finds more and more information about a killer in the forest. Leviathan Information Network. At Hearst Drilling Company, there was a fissure called the Caribbean Sea Incident that killed many people. It turns out they had torn a wound into the side of the Great Caribbean Leviathan, who was laying dormant beneath the earth, killing it. This released harmful bacteria and microbes into the atmosphere as the Leviathan corpse putrefied, which led to mutated parasites on the surface. Tellurium Household Appliances and Equipment. Tellurium Household Appliances and Equipment helps you buy household appliances for less. Their stock of appliances is made from Filtium T9, a material only made by Tellurium. It is found deep within the ground and you have to wear protective suits when handling it. I'm not sure what the rest means, but there is a faulty weapons test and government conspiracy as well. My Happiest Days. My Happiest Days is a channel archive of VHS tapes the creator's father had. This channel shares a cool story that's very unnerving. I'm not going to spoil this one, but I was on the edge of my seat watching it through. It's one of my personal favorites and I would definitely recommend watching it. Tapes from the Dark Side. Tapes from the Dark Side first introduces us to Panazor, which can treat most mental disorders and remove pain. Though there are quite a few side effects, given that your eyes turn black and I'm pretty sure the medication is live. The second video tells us about an unidentified object in the sky. Two stations are fighting against each other, either urging nearby citizens to take shelter or to congregate near the object. The third is about a virtual friend that goes evil. Idea. Idea has only one official upload so far, not counting the teaser trailer, but it is a new and ongoing series. This upload is about a voice recognition machine that can talk back to you, called an ERA, or ERA. I can't wait to see what else Idea has in store for us. I can't pronounce the name of this one, so I'll put it on the screen. This channel creates different analog horror projects. From a happy robot child you must pay attention to or it'll basically turn into Slender Man, to a microwave oven that needs you to kill people. Their most recent upload, as of writing this, is the Energy Biscuit, and I was wondering if anyone has called the phone number in the upload yet. Please comment if you have. I'm curious about what happens. Wilton Lake. Wilton Lake only has 2 videos at the moment, Hunting and Shadows. In Hunting, we are encouraged to climb inside a gutted animal. And then in Shadows, there's a gruesome death. Not sure how they are related exactly, but I hope this series continues to clear some of it up. If any of you would like to watch the series, it's only about 9 minutes, and get back to me with your thoughts, please do. Tier 7, the seafloor. Past the iceberg itself, we reach the seafloor. This is where the unknown series and one-offs are hidden. Kashenko. Kashenko is a cryptic series about a black silhouetted figure which makes you die if you make eye contact with it. So far, there is not a ton to go off of, but it's worth watching if you're interested in a possible new Unfiction piece. Somnium Dream Viewer. Somnium Dream Viewer is a dream imaging technology by Somnium Technologies, but people who use this technology keep having nightmares and are encouraged to take dream suppressants. They often dream of a labyrinth, or have waking dream hallucinations. A very interesting series for sure. I can't wait to see where it goes. Blazer Glitchy PH Studios. Blazer Glitchy PH Studios creates analog horror shorts. And at first you may visit the channel and be like, whoa, that's a lot of content. And it is, but just pick a playlist and watch through it. I personally really liked THI Documentary Archives, a story about forests being alive. Enmity Lands. Enmity Lands is a series that outlines the Solitude Service. There's a tree deity who's taking sacrifices as well, but, you know, the usual. Also, the island might be alive, but that's just a theory. A game theory. Flickering Candle. Flickering Candle is a channel that makes analog horror shorts that are really well made. If you've seen any of them, you've probably seen There's Something in the Water or The Water Song. If you haven't seen them before, check them out. I think Love, Shun, and Death is a fantastic short and is definitely worth your time. Perosia Public Library. Perosia Public Library warns viewers of the scouts who will hunt you and track you down, often preceded by inclement weather. This series must be in its infancy because, to me, it makes very little sense. If you know what the series is about, please comment. I'd really like to understand it. Phobos. Phobos is actually an ARG I've been supporting for a while now. Not really active in the community or anything, but I've been on the email list for quite some time. Anyway, Phobos is an organization that wants to take away fear from the general public, asking you to surrender your fears to them. There is also this creature who taunts the viewers throughout the entire series, and he sings songs. Ilbego Core, 1989. Ilbego Core 1989 is only one video titled The Scalpery, 2000. It details the building of some confusing contraption with a blade. It only begins to make sense near the end, where the video describes it being the best thing you can use besides a professional doctor, and it shows visuals of someone putting their hand into the machine, making sure they are beyond the blade. Pizza Parlor Lost Tapes. Pizza Parlor Lost Tapes is a FNAF-inspired series that is shown through tapes for the Night Guard. It is clearly also inspired by the Walton Files, using the names Jack and Sophie. All around, it's a fun watch if you like animatronic horror and want to support a smaller series. The Key Archives. The Key Archives is placed in Eden, California. They are known as the world's producer of Ryan's Juiceade, a drink that removes people's faces apparently. And oh, James Dean is evil in this one too. Station 33 TV. Station 33 TV is a station in the town of Hankerwell. In Hankerwell, there is a legend of a puppeteer that turns children into puppets, good puppets, normal puppets, and bad puppets. There are also forest preachers who are the only predator to humans. Employee Tapes Archive. Employee Tapes Archive shows us the proper disposal method for spring blossom water, stated that it has been recalled and must be disposed of by being evaporated and then buried. In the next video, it is then discovered that spring blossom water is using some kind of plant to take over human hosts. Very good series, I do recommend. Buckles Fan Gemini Home Entertainment Archive. Buckles Fan GHI Archive is the name of Bucklesuckle's fan series that tells the story of Gemini Home Entertainment. It is an extremely well-made fan rendition of the story and definitely adds in a unique way, introducing Buckle's take on Gemini Home Entertainment's story. Red Hill Video Production Company. At Red Hill Video Production Company, the founder has gone missing in the woods, and an entity will kill anything that goes into the woods. The town floods, not due to heavy rain, but due to something else. The creature in the woods, I believe, is Charlotte Flora, a famous serial killer in Gatesview Village. This series is very good, and definitely a must-watch for analog horror fans. It is criminally underrated. Ye VHS Tapes of Old. Ye VHS Tapes of Old, also known as Monsters from Planet Monstrous, is about a lost kids TV show that just starts to get weird. Like pointing out it's a shame that you can't eat flesh because it's good for you, or the audio just glitching out when someone is speaking. Slowly more and more codes get thrown in, turning it into an ARG. It seems super interesting to solve if you're into that sort of thing. Public Domain Archives. Public Domain Archives is a series about what I believe are aliens escaping a collapsed galaxy and trying to find peace on Earth. I'm very unsure about that though. It is discontinued at this point, but it's still nice to look back, and we have Digiplex Media Library on the same channel soon. Safe and Secure Inc. Safe and Secure Inc. is an ARG that follows this company's journey through educational videos. Each tape is supposed to help with a common problem, like solving violence or how to get more friends, warning about self-destruction in this series. The Unknown Publisher. The Unknown Publisher currently has 2 volumes, which are kind of an evil Disney story, except it's Greenwood Production Studios and Seymour the Cat. 47 people go missing after the studio is explored by Tom Fitzgerald. People trapped in a cartoon, all that creepypasta jazz. Flash warning if you choose to watch this one. Digital Health Program. Digital Health Program only has a few videos, but has a ton of potential as an ARG. It seems to be inspired by Boydsford. I'm not sure what it means yet, but it's very interesting. I would definitely recommend it. We are down to the bottom tier, Tier 8, The Unknown. Beyond what we have explored, the unknown awaits. What could be here? Who knows? And it's growing every day. These are just some of my personal favorites that I've discovered. Antithidin Pharmaceutical Incorporated. Antithidin Pharmaceutical Incorporated is about a drug, Antithidin, all-in-one vaccination pills that you can take once every 3 months. It claims to be side effect free, but in the call between a representative and Daniel Cawthorne reveals that there are indeed side effects before he goes missing. This one is very good, and I can't wait to see what else this story has in store. Rika Information Films. Rika Information Films houses only one video called Navigating Your Sleep Experience, Early Sleep Paralysis PSA, 1976. It is extremely well made and says that sleep paralysis is real. It walks you through the steps of defining the creature entering your room and how to deal with the attack from that creature. Mnemosine Corporation. Mnemosine Corporation is a memory storing device that downloads your memories to their servers. However, former soldiers are erasing their memories to forget her, a creature that lurks in the woods beyond the eastern line. All he wanted to do was make it home. The Voynich Archives. The Voynich Archives is good, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really sure how to explain it. The first episode is the body's reaction after exposure to the sun shower. The second, old footage of a town with something called the interloper. The third is a ship going through ice before sinking, and radiation-related effects affecting the crew. There is this picture of a lady throughout the tapes as well. I hope this series continues and the plotline is truly revealed. Synchronic Ink. Synchronic Ink is a series that follows the inventions of the Synchronic Ink Company, starting with the eye tracker. The eye tracker detects eyes in photographs, which should be fine in itself, but then it starts seeing eyes in the darkness. This is followed by the Keavney, which works like a remote for your TV, which works fine until the television asks you if you want to see what it sees. The user of the remote responds, yes. The final video on the channel up to this point describes what is in the forest beyond the recorder's house. Uploads _04827164.mp4 is my favorite episode, and it has so much tension. The Abyss Project. The Abyss Project only has one video so far called Fallen.wvm. It tells the story of Lucifer and how he was cast down from heaven. I'm sure this series will continue in the future, but so far, a very strong start for this series. The Tapes from the Attic. The Tapes from the Attic is about tapes found of an old cartoon created by Daruk Wilson Animation Studio. This series is actually done through drawings of a character named Karem Sang, which I think is really cool. A kid named Martin follows a yellow rabbit and goes missing. In fact, many people are going missing. This series is much more of an homage to other analog horror series, like the Walton Files and the Mandela Catalog. Your Warped Reality. Your Warped Reality has 3 analog horror videos. Nuremberg TV discusses the town of Franconia, where someone has gone missing and there is a hole in the forest. There is a child abduction and forgotten memories. The final episode to this date, The Orb Method, is unrelated to Nuremberg TV and discusses the orb method for improving mental health. You just have to invite the orb into your head and tell it all your deepest secrets. That is all I have for this iceberg so far. If you have any suggestions of any analog horror things on YouTube that I might have missed, please feel free to comment them and I might do a follow-up video detailing ones that I hadn't added to the iceberg yet. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much if you stuck around for all 3 installments. It really means a lot, and I hope to see you for uploads in the future. Thank you. Bye.